Picking the wrong Seattle neighborhood will make you want to move again in 6 months. We don't want that. So after helping over 800 families find homes across the city, we know what makes each area different. So today, I'm going to explain Seattle's neighborhoods, covering the top areas across the city so you know exactly where to live. The last neighborhood might surprise you. It is where smart buyers are finding the best deals right now. First up, we have Seattle's crown jewel, Queen Anne. Queen Anne sits right next to downtown with some of the best views in Seattle. Perfect if you're a professional who wants to walk to work or a family who wants both schools and city access. The vibe here is nice, but not flashy. You've got Queen Anne Ave as the main commercial strip with independent bookstores, coffee roasters, boutique gyms. Cary Park gives you that iconic Seattle skyline photo everyone has seen. And Seattle Center will put you right next to the Space Needle, Climate Pledge Arena for concerts and Kraken games and festivals year-round. Schools are strong. Coe Elementary and Queen Anne Elementary both get top ratings. That's why families move here. You get quality schools, plus you can walk to museums and concerts and even to work. Home prices can hit around $1.1 million as a median price. Houses sell fast, typically within 24 days. So you pay more for the location and views, but you get amazing transit connections and walkability to almost everything. The downsides, parking is tight in denser areas, and you'll deal with tourist crowds near Seattle Center. But if being close to downtown and cultural stuff matters to you, Queen Anne delivers. Now, if Queen Anne feels too polished and quiet for you, Capitol Hill is the exact opposite. Super diverse, energetic, and perfect if you're a creative person, a young professional who loves nightlife, or someone who just wants to be in the middle of Seattle's cultural scene. The Pike Pine corridor shifts throughout the day. Morning brings artisanal coffee shops, vintage boutiques. Independent music venues host everything from indie rock to EDM. The dining scene runs from food trucks to James Beard Award nominated restaurants. Now here's where it gets interesting. The next neighborhood, if you stick around, took its industrial past and turned it into Seattle's foodie capital, which I'll show you next. But first, let's keep going with Capitol Hill. Volunteer Park, where I live, anchors the residential north end with a conservatory full of exotic plants, an art museum, and big lawns perfect for picnics and summer concerts. Schools are solid with several good elementary options and alternative programs available, and the restaurant scene is incredible. Home prices can sit around $765, including everything from condos to townhomes to single family. They sell in about 25 days. Single family homes cost much more, while condos and townhomes give you that cheaper entry point. Here are the downsides. Noise levels get high, especially on weekends near the bars. Parking is tough, and more people living here means less park space. But if you want amazing nightlife, walkability, transit access, and a strong sense of community, Capitol Hill has everything you need. So many different neighborhoods and pockets that allow you to either be in the heart of the action or be in a very residential neighborhood. So it's up to you, make your pick. Now let's move on to Ballard. If you love great food and craft beer, Ballard is where you want to be. This neighborhood took its old fishing village past and turned it into one of Seattle's best food scenes and best beer scenes. Ballard Ave transformed from old warehouses into a street packed with great restaurants. The Sunday Farmers Market has become a weekly community gathering where everyone shows up. You've got the Maritime Heritage Museum and Working Marina keeping the fishing industry history alive. Schools are incredibly strong here. Adams Elementary and BF Day Elementary both get top ratings, making Ballard popular with families who want good schools, walkable restaurants, and nightlife. Home prices sit around $916,000, that is, and homes sell within 15 days. Townhomes, this is where townhomes all blew up. They are very popular here, with newer construction starting at around $800,000. The downsides, it definitely feels crowded during peak dining hours. Parking near commercial strips is tough. You've got noise from busy restaurants and bars. But if you want outstanding food, waterfront access, strong community events, and good transit to downtown, Ballard is the place. Where Ballard is not great is if you need to get across the city. Anybody knows that trying to get from there to the east side could take you an hour. Let's move on to another neighborhood that is a little bit closer, more accessible, not as far as Ballard goes from the east side, and that neighborhood includes Wallingford and Fremont. We're gonna include them together because they're right adjacent to each other, and Wallingford and Fremont give you that somewhat small town charm inside the city. Wallingford can be more quiet and family friendly, while Fremont has quirkiness and attracts artists and creative people. You've got Wallingford Center, which is an old converted old school building, and it has boutique shops, cafes, and services for daily life right there in the heart of 45th Ave in Wallingford, where there are a lot more restaurants and food choices. Then you have Fremont, where you have the Sunday market that brings together local artists, vintage sellers, and food trucks. The Fremont Troll under the Aurora Bridge is famous. I wouldn't recommend going there because it's just a little touristy thing, but hey, it's a huge sculpture people love to visit. Schools in both areas are good. These neighborhoods work well for families who want space, parks, and a more relaxed vibe than downtown, a less busy vibe than Capitol Hill, and more central than Ballard. Home prices in Wallingford sit around 1.1 million, while Fremont runs about 900,000. Both markets move fast. Homes sell within 15 days. The downsides? Nightlife is limited. It's a little quieter compared to Capitol Hill or Ballard. Some areas don't have great transit connections. You've got a little bit more traffic. Fremont's unique style isn't for everyone. It feels a little rough around the edges in places. But if you want family-friendly community, unique local businesses, great parks, and more affordable prices than Central Seattle, these neighborhoods work, and they're definitely in my top 2 to check out. All right, moving on to a completely different vibe that is still Seattle. Let's go to West Seattle. West Seattle feels like a beach town inside the city. It's perfect if you want that relaxed beach feel with strong community bonds where neighbors actually know each other. You've got Alki Beach as one of the main attractions. You get 2.5 miles of sandy shoreline where people paddleboard, play beach volleyball, gather around fire pits during summer evenings. Beachfront restaurants give you casual dining with views of the Sound and Olympic Mountains. Then you have Lincoln Park. Over 135 acres of forest trails, saltwater pools, and more beach access. And then California Avenue at the Alaska Junction. It's turned into a busy business district with farm-to-table restaurants, craft breweries, independent shops. The Junction adds so much more shopping and dining within a real neighborhood feel. Schools are excellent. Alki Elementary, Genesee Hill, and Madison Middle School all serve families well. Because of the diversity of the neighborhood, home prices can hit around $850. Homes sell quickly, one of the fastest in Seattle, in under 15 days. The downsides, you've got bridge traffic. It can mess up your commute to downtown. There's limited late night entertainment. You have fewer high-end dining options than other neighborhoods, but if you want a more beach town community vibe, great parks, and good value for views of the water and waterfront homes, West Seattle is perfect. If you're still not finding the right neighborhood for you, let's move on to a neighborhood that has easy city access and gives you almost everything. Central and lots of fun going on. There has been a huge increase in the desire for this neighborhood, and that is Phinney Ridge and Greenwood. Phinney Ridge and Greenwood give you friendly streets where neighbors host block parties and local cafes are where people hang out. The Woodland Park Zoo is a big deal here. Families go for fun, learning programs, summer concerts, and special events. Zoo Tunes is one of the funnest events for all concert goers and is very family friendly. Several well-known restaurants pick Phinney Ridge as their location. There are coffee shops and bakeries where people meet up. The streets with big trees stay quiet. It's great for evening walks and weekend bike rides. Schools are really good here. You've got West Woodland, Greenwood Elementary, and Daniel Bagley Elementary, all serving families. Home prices are different by the area. Phinney Ridge is more expensive. Single family, now looking at 1.2 million and up. Greenwood is much more affordable, maybe about 900,000. Homes sell at about asking price or can have bidding wars just depending on how it is priced. Most houses are nice old craftsman homes and mid-century style. You don't see as many brand new modern houses. Houses near Green Lake cost more. The bad parts, not many new houses to choose from, not much nightlife compared to downtown Seattle. Parking near Green Lake is a little bit hard on weekends, but if you want a real neighborhood vibe, easy Green Lake access, good food, walkable streets with trees, and nice views from the ridge, Phinney Ridge and Greenwood work. Seattle is known for water. So if you love being near the lake, you might want to consider moving to Green Lake. The neighborhood puts you right on it. This is all about being outside and staying fit. It's perfect if you're someone who runs, bikes, does yoga in the park, or just loves being active every day. There are tons of pickleball courts, which is the #1 fastest growing sport in America. The Green Lake Loop Trail is the main feature. This 2.8-mile paved path goes around the lake. Thousands of walkers, runners, and cyclists use it daily. The parks have space for paddleboarding, sailing, outdoor fitness classes. Cafes along the lake have outdoor seating, perfect for coffee after your workout. The schools there include Green Lake Elementary and Daniel Bagley, with Eckstein Middle School nearby serving the area. Home prices sit around $972,000 and homes sell within 7 days. Again, keep in mind this includes townhomes and single family. Houses right next to the lake often cost much more, over $2 million. Homes within walking distance but not directly on the lake, slightly more affordable. The downsides, parking can be a mess, especially on weekends. Homes usually have smaller lots, so there's less privacy, and the lake properties are expensive and it can feel crowded during peak times. If most of these neighborhoods feel busy, but you want quiet residential streets instead with tons of nature, then let me tell you about Magnolia. Magnolia feels quiet and peaceful, but you're still close to downtown. Discovery Park is one of the biggest draws here. It's 534 acres. That's Seattle's largest park. Miles of hiking trails, you've got beach access, some of the best sunset spots in the region. Then you've got Magnolia Village. It's this quaint small shopping area with locally owned cafes, boutiques, and services for your daily needs. The neighborhood sits on higher ground, is kind of on its own little island, but many homes have great water and mountain views as a result. The quiet streets make it super popular with families. Schools include Catherine Blaine K-8 and Lawton Elementary. Both have strong community involvement. Home prices here are a little bit higher. The single family homes easily starting around $1.2 million and selling within 14 days. Properties with water views or larger lots often cost close to $2 million or more. Here are the downsides. Limited walkability to shops and restaurants unless you're close to the village. You can feel cut off from Seattle's cultural scene and the other restaurants, and then you've got higher price limits, so only a certain group can afford it. You've got limited transit options compared to other neighborhoods, so for families who want privacy, amazing park access, great views, and a suburban feel inside the city, Magnolia does have all of that. Now let's move on to Northeast Seattle. Here, the neighborhoods we're going to talk about are Laurelhurst, View Ridge, and Hawthorne Hills. If you want peaceful, family-oriented neighborhoods near both the University of Washington and Children's Hospital with still access to downtown, these 3 neighborhoods are for you. They attract professionals, medical workers, and families who want elegant homes with slightly more spacious lots. The Burke-Gilman Trail runs through the area, giving you car-free biking and walking paths that connect to trails all over the region. We have many clients who are bikers who love the Burke-Gilman Trail and can get downtown way faster on a bike than they can in a car. Streets stay quiet and peaceful. The schools are excellent, including View Ridge Elementary and Eckstein Middle School. Home prices here are high. Laurelhurst sits around $2.3 million, while View Ridge is about $1.1, much more if you've got actual views. And both markets move fast and are strong. Properties with views, there's only so many here in Seattle, so they do cost way more. The downsides, yes, high prices keep many buyers out. There are not many homes for sale at any given time. It's a less diverse community and feels more suburban than urban. But these areas do work for families and professionals who want well-established neighborhoods, great parks, spacious homes, can afford the price tag, but want that more suburban feel versus being right in the heart of the city, but you still have access to it. We've spent a lot of time on Seattle, but we need to talk about some Eastside neighborhoods. Let's talk about Kirkland. If those Seattle neighborhoods feel way too far from the Eastside tech scene, Kirkland puts you right in the middle of it. It mixes waterfront fun with busy shops and restaurants. Tech workers and families love it here. You've got Juanita Beach Park with a sandy beach on Lake Washington. You can swim, picnic, and launch boats. Downtown Kirkland's waterfront has nice restaurants, small shops, and a marina. You've got so many events like concerts and farmers markets happening all the time. And then you have the Lake Washington School District. It is one of the best in Washington and is a huge draw for many families. Tech companies like Google bring great restaurants and services and a lot more action in the area. Home prices sit around $1.2 million starting. South Juanita costs a little bit less at $859, but still you get lake access. Homes are selling quickly like most neighborhoods within 21 days. The bad parts, well, you got I-405 traffic, which is terrible, and it can mess up your drive, and it's more to live here than Seattle. You've got less diversity than the city of Seattle and not much late night fun, but Kirkland should be high on your list, especially if you are an Eastside tech worker. If Kirkland is feeling too relaxed and you want even more polish with top schools, then you have Bellevue, and we're gonna talk about Somerset and Lakemont, which take it up a level. These neighborhoods give you upscale suburban life with a safe, clean feel. Somerset sits on a hillside with big views of Lake Washington, Seattle skyline, and the Cascade Mountains. Lakemont has Cougar Mountain, parks nearby with hiking trails and many nature programs. Then there is downtown Bellevue. Easy access, gives you high-end restaurants, shopping, cultural spots, and parks. The parks are clean and well kept. Bellevue definitely has a much different vibe than Seattle. Bellevue School District ranks #1 in the Seattle area, and Somerset Elementary is one of those schools that gets perfect ratings. So let's talk about home prices. Somerset sits around $2 million and up. Many of the 2 million homes need a lot of work, while Lakemont is running up towards 2.5 million. Both markets move fast. The bad parts? You've got high prices again, less diversity, less urban energy. It can feel somewhat corporate or bland compared to Seattle, and there is not much you can walk to. If you're digging the east side, but Kirkland and Bellevue are too expensive and you still want quality schools and newer homes, let's take a look at Newcastle. It gives you all of that at a better price. This suburb feels like a small town with quiet streets and newer neighborhoods. There's Newcastle Golf Club, which works as a fantastic spot for dining, events, and not just golf, where I love to golf. Then you got Lakebourne Park with walking trails, fishing, and picnic areas in a peaceful setting. Homes are newer, mostly built from the 1990s to now. You definitely have a lot bigger lots with modern layouts. Everything inside is generally newer and works well. Issaquah School District feeds into this area too, and they are great schools like Newcastle Elementary and some of the better high schools in the state. Now, if you want more exclusivity than that, let's move on to the next neighborhood. It sits on its own island with some of Seattle's most expensive homes, and I'll show you that next. In Newcastle, home prices are sitting around 1.5 million, selling within 25 days. The bad parts, you have a smaller commercial area, meaning you drive for most restaurants, shops, and grocery. Feels far from city life as well. You need a car for most errands. It's a less established community feel than some older neighborhoods, but it still works well for families who want newer homes, good schools, nature access, and a better value than Bellevue. All right, let's take it up a notch. 2, Mercer Island. It kind of gives you the best of both worlds, being between Seattle and the east side. It takes privacy and estates and views to another level. This island gives you private living with great schools. Rich families and executives love how private and safe it feels while staying between Seattle and East Side jobs. You've got Luther Burbank Park with 77 acres of Lake Washington waterfront, swimming beaches, tennis courts, and off-leash dog areas. You have private waterfront clubs, boating, sailing, social activities. The community feels fancy, but good for families with great services and low crime. You've got the Mercer Island School District ranks among the nation's best. Home prices here, a starter home maybe $2 million. Homes sell within 21 days. Waterfront homes here are going for over $4 million. Very few homes are under $2 million. The bad part? Yes, high prices again. Not many homes for sale, and you feel cut off from city culture. You are on a little island. Another downside, bridge traffic slows you down during rush hour. Still not feeling any of those cities? Well, you want something completely different? Let's go to Edmonds. Edmonds is an artsy coastal town north of Seattle with small town charm and ferry access. The waterfront has a working marina, ferry terminal, and beach parks with amazing sunsets. Downtown Edmonds has its own art district with galleries, live music, and restaurants that have gained recognition beyond the local area. The city's parks include forest trails, beach access, and you have schools like Seaview Elementary getting high ratings. Homes here can start around $900,000 for single family. Homes sell within 24 days. And the bad part? Yes, there's always a bad part, right? You have a longer drive to Seattle and Eastside jobs, limited late night entertainment. It can definitely feel quiet or sleepy if you prefer the urban energy. You've got some weather exposure because of the waterfront location, but hey, it's totally worth it. Edmonds gives you that true coastal small town life, and you have ferry access to Whidbey Island, generally more affordable than Seattle waterfront neighborhoods. So there you go, those are the top Seattle area neighborhoods. We touched a little bit on the east side and even went up to Edmonds. They're all totally different. So here's what we've learned after helping over 800 families. The neighborhood matters way more than the house. A great house in the wrong neighborhood will make you want to move. So pick lifestyle first, then find the house that fits your family's needs. So if you're thinking about moving to any of these neighborhoods, email us at hello@mwagnerhomes.com, or you can text me directly at 206-369-8201. We'll help you find which area is right for you, not just which one sounds good. So before you go, check out the next video I've linked on the screen next. It's the one YouTube thinks you'll enjoy the most. See you next time.